I Willie Franco. You know the funny thing about life? Talk to him, train. It be the closest people to you, be your biggest haters. Said that, you're right. It's swear they want to see you do good, just not better than them. Huh? Let your haters motivate you and elevate you. Alright. It's Johnny niggas hating me because of the way I'm living. I know them fans ain't watching me because of the way I'm living. She tryna run with a G, she love the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it jigger, that's the way I'm living. Got all these racks on me, got all this ice on me. Got them shooters who gon' ride for me and die for me. Got niggas hating me because of the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it jigger, that's the way I'm living. She like they love me better when I ain't have it. But now they hating cause they see me living lavish. Pull up an Onyx and I let them strippers have it. I show my sometimes cause I ain't never had. Hard up till I came from the bottom. I'm throwing all the dollars, rockin' Gucci, rockin' Prada, and we the baddest models. Precious said when I step out, hit the club was showing up. Standing on the 40 couches, now the whole club asking bottles. Got it niggas hating me because of the way I'm living. I know them fans ain't watching me because of the way I'm living. She tryna run with a G, she love the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it jigger, that's the way I'm living. Got all these racks on me, got all this ice on me. Got them shooters who gon' ride for me and die for me. Got them niggas hating me because of the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it jigger, that's the way I'm living. Make it feel the type of way. Bad in my face. Try to steal my weight. Getting money every day. What I had to say. I ran it up, did a race. 100 bands. I'm trying to get to the money bag. Couple stacks in the road bag. Make it do the money day. The way she throw it was a quarterback. The way I run the bags, I thought it was a running back. Got it, they hate me because of the way I'm living. I know them fans ain't watching me because of the way I'm living. She tryna run with a G, she love the way I'm living. And I'ma always keep it jigger, that's the way I'm living. Got all these racks on me.
What up, what up, what up? It's the motherfucking
What the business is?
buddies. Where's my headphones? Look. What's going on with you?
Hey man, I'm chilling, man. You know, beautiful week. You feel me? Hey man. hey. You know, feeling good, smelling good. You know,
I see that handsome little boy getting so big.
You know,
but both of them, but that baby growing so fast.
I'm like, that's why I had to ask. I'm like, which one you talking about? You know, Adrian had a appointment today. That boy's so big, it's crazy. We're like, man, he like off the charts. Like the boy, 4 years old, almost 4 feet. Like
wow.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you know, of course, because I'm pretty sure, because your son seemed pretty tall too, but I think it's like you don't see how tall they are until they're kids their age, and you're like, oh yeah, they're all like here, you know, kids his age, like oh, okay, yeah, pretty tall.
They grow so fast. Yeah, you know, my son's abnormal, so he gonna be a ginormous person. We were at his AAU game. The lady said, "Is that your son?" I said, "Yes." She said, "What size shoes does he wear?" I said a 10.5. She said, "Oh my God, my son wears a 6." I'm like,
oh wow,
yeah,
a 6, double digit age. Oh wow,
he's older than my son. He'll be 13 next month.
Oh, and he's still wears 6
to October. Yeah, wow. I'm like, your son's just small.
Yeah.
I mean, my son is big. 10.5 at 12. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is. That means you gonna be getting either probably a 13 or a 14 by the time he finished.
Yeah. Well, his dad, I don't buy shoes.
Oh, well, either way, which is gonna be horrible. Trying to find those. Good luck.
All right. I might want to get me a sewing machine and start making shoes.
Hey, nah, he ain't gonna do that.
Oh man,
he gonna do that. Look. I'm pretty sure he already got his what he be wanting, what he want to wear. You know,
look, the weird stuff these kids like, them ugly Crocs, them ugly Yeezy foam runners, and them ugly Yeezy slides.
Well, at least the Crocs and the slides ain't that bad. No, the other shoes, because I'm just enjoying it. Because my son, all he wears like Spider-Man type shoes, stuff like that. Well, that's what he like. He don't care about nothing else. So it's like, okay, cool. Let me rock this out till he get hip and start saying, "No, I don't want that no more."
What's up, Daniel? Yeah, it's just us two. Well, we got a guest co-host coming on. Weezy had to work tonight, so he left us high and dry. We miss you, Wayne. He left us high and dry. But we got a special co-host coming on hopefully soon tonight. But let us introduce ourselves before she come on. Then we'll introduce her later. But I will introduce my lovely co-host, the rich and famous Mr. Adrian Taylor, aka
Papi Chulo.
aka
Hey, DZ, you know it.
all right, Mr. Gentleman.
Take me a little sip. And, introduce our lovely co-host, Miss Didi Legette, a.k.a.
the Court Queen.
A.k.a.
Your favorite cougar's favorite cougar.
Are you really a cougar? Or more like a
I say I'm a puma, but
right.
I think I'm a puma more than a cougar. But whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you're quite a cougar just yet.
I don't think so either. Some folks say otherwise. But,
Okay. Well, hey, we're gonna let them say what they say then.
Mm-hmm. They ain't going nowhere, so I guess it's working.
So how your week been, man? What's been going on?
My week was great. My daughter's here with her dog. Oh, God, help me with this dog. Father, help me.
Well, he must be cool because I don't hear him barking.
He's not here. They out. She out doing something with him. Thank God, because he wore me out. He worked my nerve. I'm not a dog person, so I'm trying to get used to this. Okay. When she visits, and I'm like, oh, he's driving me. And he's very, very, very spoiled. And he's just undisciplined. And she treats him like a toddler, so it's a mess. But we went to Myrtle Beach this weekend. We had a great time. They took me we went for Mother's Day, so they wore me out. Her and my son. We had so much fun. We did everything. I got me a henna, like my henna tattoo.
Okay, I see you, big timer.
Yeah. So we had a great time. But yeah, and just working. What you had going on? What you been doing?
Just chilling. Nah, seriously, man, chilling. Cause my son, we had his birthday party, happy Mother's Day.
No, Daniel. Oh, that's right. It was his birthday. He had all the Sonic stuff on. Yes.
So man. So we had a good time. He had a good time. So we had it at Baby Gym. So it's called a little gym here. So, being able to flip, run around, do all types of stuff in the gym, exercise, which is great because that means it's nap time afterwards, right? But he really enjoyed it. He enjoyed himself. It was kind of funny because a couple kids was not feeling it. Like, y'all want me to come to a party and work out? Like, I'm not doing
Oh my God.
No, I'm serious. It was a couple kids that was not into it. Parents like, I don't know. They don't really want to do this.
Oh wow.
But he enjoyed it. He had a great time, him and his friends. So that was awesome. And then we went and I took him to see Doctor Strange. So he likes Doctor Strange.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
Okay.
So I took him to see Doctor Strange, and that's one thing we did. But so it was an eventful weekend for him. He had a good time. Okay. So he the big 4 and he loving it.
My God. Already?
And,
good.
Yeah,
God.
man. It's crazy because I be like, just like the stuff he be into, like my son likes to get haircuts. Typically,
really?
Yes. Like he loves to get a haircut. So he
that's
calls
weird.
Right. It's new hair. That's his new hair. But I don't want to say he a pretty boy, but he might be a little bit of it, just a little bit. He don't like to be dirty too long, and he definitely like to get haircuts.
You're a pretty boy.
So if he get anything on his shirt, he taking it off. Like he taking it off. He taking his shirt off.
I know, right? Bougie.
So he's a character. But he enjoyed his little weekend, man. We enjoyed it. It was a good time. But I had my stomach was messed up. I don't know what happened.
What the hell?
Man, look. I don't know what happened, but my stomach was toe up from the flow up. Like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. So I'm just now really getting over it. I think. I hope.
Was you throwing up or something? You had a bug or something?
Man, I had some kind of bug. Nah, it was
Oh
coming out the other
no.
end. I wasn't throwing up, but it
Oh
was coming out the other
Lord.
end.
You ain't had food
Wow.
poisoning, did you?
I don't know. I don't know what happened, but my stomach been toe up.
Mm.
I done lost about 5 pounds.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. It was
I'm
toe
like,
up.
I done spoke this damn dog up. Now he back.
He back.
Jesus help us.
So yeah, so that was the
Okay.
weekend. Family time. It was great.
That's
Enjoyed
what's
it.
up.
Yeah. What about
Okay.
you? You say you went to Myrtle Beach and
Mm-hmm.
kicking it.
I got me some nice gifts for Mother's Day, and
Okay.
it
You
was
know,
nice. It was
happy belated
nice.
Mother's Day. All the mothers out here
Thank you.
listening.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Right. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. Yeah, it was good. Great weekend. Nice and adventurous. Other than my truck being hit again.
Yo, what happened? Like, speak on that for a second.
I was just sitting in drive-thru. And the guy just backed into my car.
Just straight back into it.
Yeah. This car in front of me, car behind me. We just in line. He pulled out a parking spot into my car. I'm like, you don't see this big truck? You don't see me? Tell me, oh, I thought I had room to get out. How? When it's a car behind me.
Was it an old car?
It was I guess it wasn't old. It was a Hyundai Elantra.
Because the reason why I asked that, because pretty much most cars got cameras. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
The
think it
back
had a
end.
backup camera on it though.
Oh, okay.
But he worked there. He walked out the door to
Saw
get in
you.
his car and saw the drive-through line.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm like, we just sit in the car. When you in drive-through, you're not paying attention to nothing but when you need to move up. So we didn't see anything. We just felt it. I was like, my daughter said, "What was that?" I was like, "Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Somebody just hit my truck again. No way."
Now, what drive-through was this?
McDonald's, they wanted
See,
McDonald's.
that's why. See, you went to McDonald's.
It
You
could
knew
have been
better
whatever.
than to go to McDonald's.
They shouldn't even have parking spots by the drive-through line.
You knew better than going to McDonald's.
I was like, he didn't even get out the car. I got out the truck.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get out. I was like, so you're not gonna get out? He didn't get out of the car. I got back in the truck, called 911. And maybe like 5 minutes later, he gets out the truck to look at the damage. I rolled my window down. I said, "You didn't see me?" He said, "Well, I thought I had room." How, sir? There was a car behind me. And the car behind me, soon as he hit me, the car behind me backed up and went to the other line. I said, I never moved. I sat there when the cops got there to show them there was no way he could have gotten out. He hit my back door on a truck, on a Range Rover. Where was you going? When you got, and he had two cars parked next to him. So how did you think you had room to get out?
Man, that's crazy. So you took it to the shop already, or?
No, his insurance company, he filed a claim before I could even call his insurance. Progressive called me, did everything, and they can't even get my car in till July 11th.
Oh no!
Because my truck is a luxury truck, so even trying to do anything with my truck you see how long it took the first time when somebody hit me.
So you can't get in until July 11th.
Yep.
So you got to ride like that until July 11th.
I was so disgusted. I'm like, there's just no way you sat here and hit my truck. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I'm not moving. I'm not going. I'm not doing anything. Same last time. I'm sitting here. I'm just sitting here. How y'all hitting me and I'm just sitting here?
Yeah, that's horrible.
I'm over it. I'm just over it.
That's horrible.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, I have a Black-owned business spotlight.
Let's hear it.
I was trying to put the damn thing in my email so I could send it to myself and post it up here, but my phone is acting real suspicious right now. I don't know. I hope the government's not watching me. So this Black-owned business is pretty freaking amazing. I might have to say this myself, and I might be a little biased, but who cares? Um, so it's called Vera Best. Vera Best is oh shit, I'm on the wrong page. Hold on, my bad, my bad, my bad. Oh, bear with me. Okay, Vera Best is a clothing company, and is a subsidiary of the parent group Vera Best Holdings LLC, which is a minority-owned and veteran-owned small business. It is a small independent corporation. Vera Best was created in honor of both of the owner's grandmothers, Vera Smallwood and Bessie Palmer. They are committed to uplifting the community and supporting local businesses such as themselves. Their vision is to promote generational wealth, ownership, entrepreneurship, and most importantly, help bring attention to mental health. Right now, Vera Best is asking everybody to support their company by purchasing their mental health t-shirts right now on their website at www.verabestclothing.com. They have an Instagram page and it's called verabest.clothing. And you can call them to talk to them about their clothing line, their organization, and their business at 726-895-1344. And I will put all this information in the comments for everybody to reach out. Shout out to my friend Douglas Smallwood, who is the owner operator of Vera Best Clothing Company. It's an amazing company. They do amazing things for the community. And most of all, they really like to highlight and bring attention to mental health awareness. So please support them. They're a great, great, great group. Shout out to Vera Best.
Okay.
Okay. Trending topics. Man, it's been a busy week. What'd you think about the NBA MVP? The Joker.
I knew they was gonna give it to him. I think it's big for promotional purposes. I feel that's how they feel. We talked about this before. I thought they was gonna get it right and give Embiid the MVP, but I thought he deserved it all year. But
they hate my city.
But they said that the Joker deserved it, and that's who they gave it to. I was disappointed. I was extremendly disappointed, to be honest.
I'm curious as to what's this? I don't know what the criteria is.
They have their criteria. I don't know what that criteria is, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because I was listening to Steven Jackson, and he made a great point where he was disappointed too, like you. He said that Embiid should have won, and he feels like the people who are voting don't really qualify to be voting. And he said that he thinks the 75, what is it called? Like I don't know what they call. Like this year they did the thing with the top 75 players of all times in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
They should be the ones who vote for MVP. Because the folks that are voting are just like sitting behind a keyboard. Good night. They're just sitting behind a keyboard, and most of them are just like wishing they could have played in the NBA or wishing they had a chance in the NBA but never did, and they get to make these decisions but never even shot a basketball. So right. I think that's a great idea to have the top 75 do the voting. But then somebody else made a comment about the reason why the Joker was selected. And they said because he did something that nobody in the NBA history has ever done. And that was, I think he scored 2,000 points had 1,000 assists or something, and 500 rebounds in one season.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was their reasoning of why he won. But then Steven Jackson was like, well, he didn't even, like, his team didn't even have a chance at all,
Right.
like, of making
So,
the
and
playoffs.
that's the funny thing, right? A lot of people didn't win MVPs because of saying like, oh, well, their team didn't do it, didn't win. So, that was the reason why Steve Nash got the MVP over Kobe, is because they didn't have a chance to win the championship. When Kobe averaged over 30 points, he just went crazy that year. That was the year he dropped 80. Yeah. You remember?
And that's what Steven Jackson said. He was like, Steve Nash didn't deserve it when he won it either.
No. So the first time he won it, Kobe should have won. But of course, they didn't want to give it to Kobe because, like I said, they barely made the playoffs. I mean, Kobe carried the team. The second year he won, everybody thought Shaq was going to win it.
Right.
But which, of course, they ended up winning the championship, everything, but they still gave it to Steve Nash that time as well. So sometimes it seemed like they moved the goalposts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, it's because, I mean, we can look back. It's been plenty of times where somebody done went crazy for a whole season, and you like, well, they was the most valuable player in the league. So it went from being like the most valuable player in the league to being the most valuable player to a team, which we know, I mean, Embiid is the most valuable player right now to a team.
Right.
I don't know, man. Like, that's why I say it. Now it's like, oh, well, he did
You
something
don't know.
that no one ever did.
That's why I was like, what is the criteria? How do you determine is it the most valuable player for your team or the most valuable player for the league? Or is it like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Because Kobe got played definitely when Steve Nash won one year. Because that was the knock on Kobe. They were saying that, oh, they had no shot of winning the championship. They barely made it into the playoffs.
Because then Jalen Rose, he was on the Breakfast Club this morning, and he was like, you can't use what Embiid is doing now in the playoffs and use that as when he was regular season and say that that's why he deserves to be the MVP. That's why they have a finals and playoffs MVP. And
but I thought Embiid averaged 30 points in the regular season. What are we talking about? Like, so he's not doing something different than what he's been doing all year.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. That's why I was like, well, what is the criteria? How do we determine who do what? So if it was the Joker got this because he did these stats have never been done before in the history of the NBA. Okay.
Well, let's be clear. It's crazy. They don't, because it honestly, to me, it was a two-man race. It was either between Giannis or Embiid. And it's like,
right.
Of course, they didn't want to give it to Giannis again, because he had won it 2 years previously. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then this would have been the three out of 4 years, which I thought it was between Giannis or Embiid. I don't even know how Joker even got into it, to be honest with you. But whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. The NBA is crazy, but Jalen Rose did say on the Breakfast Club this morning, he did say that he voted for the Joker. He said he did deserve it. So,
Jalen, you disappoint me.
Right. I was like, and he based it off of the never been done before stats. But you know how we do.
Okay.
Well, let's get to the most interesting topic of the week. The death that was heard across the world, that shocked the world, that people didn't want to believe was true, that has caused a lot of conversation, just like when he was alive, Kevin Samuels. For people who are watching or listening and have not heard the story behind or what we know so far, whatever came out in the police report, Kevin Samuels was found unresponsive in his apartment. He had a female over that he just met that night. She called 911. She happened to be a nurse. She said that he complained about chest pains, and she called 911 because he just like fell over and passed out. When the paramedics got there, he was pretty much unresponsive, and I guess he was gone. The actual cause of death has not been released. His mother, which I thought was pretty heartbreaking, she found out via social media. She had no idea. It's pretty sad. And I'm gonna play a clip in a minute of some of his most savage moments, because anybody that knows me, I have been in I am a Kevin Samuels fan and hater. I think he said a lot of great things that helped me personally and people that I know and just people in general. And I also think that he was doing things on purpose to shift the YouTube algorithm. That's just what YouTubers do. So that's when I started. He was getting on my nerves in that sense, because I was like, I can't watch this shit because I see what he's doing. But the things when he was really trying to help people, he was really trying to help them. He had his way about doing it. People didn't like it, but it worked. But a lot of people, I don't know if you heard Vivica Fox talking, I think it was today or yesterday, maybe. And she commented, which I thought was really distasteful, because she made a comment about him dying. And this is the only comment that she says she's made about him, because she was hell-bent on not commenting about him because she didn't agree with him. So she waited until he died to comment. I thought that was distasteful. And she referenced him dying and saying that karma got him. That's why he killed over and died. I'm like, come on, really? Like, you can disagree with what people, what their views are, what they think. But in my opinion, Vivica Fox is actually the walking example of exactly what Kevin Samuels is talking about when it comes to women, old, lonely, single. So it's like, that's crazy. Yeah. So Phenom, you said what she said was disgusting, because no matter how you don't agree with somebody, like that is, I don't wish death on anybody. That's somebody's child. And to say that somebody's karma is them dying because they said something you don't like, that is insane to me. And if people didn't really take the time to watch, because I watch this show all the time, and if you did take the time to actually watch his show and just listen to clips and stuff, you would definitely get a bad taste in your mouth. But if you actually watched it and listened to the insane shit that men and women were saying coming on that show, you would understand why he was saying the shit he was saying to him. So I have some clips for you so you can hear some of them. 1 second. I'm going to play some for you, okay? Let me share my screen. Can y'all hear it? Oh, shit. Sorry. My bad. Adrian, can you hear it? Yes or no? I can't see you.
No.
Okay, hold on.
Got to get it a little louder.
No, I got to take my headphones out. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me disconnect my Bluetooth. All right. Now y'all should be able to hear it. Oh, am I sharing? Am I sharing my screen?
Not anymore.
All right. But okay. You can hear me though. I can hear you now. Hold on. All right. Let me go back to sharing it. Here we go.
I don't do
Can you hear it?
based on feeling.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a man. What do you think? No, you changed. No. Oh, okay. Because if I did, I'd do it. Do I strike you as somebody who's not smart enough to be able to read the tea leaves? I get it. It's your content. I get it. It's not about my content. It's about what you have to understand is what you're saying doesn't work. It doesn't work. We've tried it that way. It doesn't work. And I need more men to have some steel in their spine and start standing up and sounding more like me and stellar like you. That's where you're failing your black brothers. This sounds weak. All women don't have to take us seriously. 81% of black men are single and childless. 64% of them middle class. See what they're not. No. First off, check that. If you start that shit, I'm gonna get real raw with you. I'm gonna get real raw with you. Check that shit. Because I have not made any presumptions about looks or anything with you, so I'm not gonna just insult men.
You can't. I look a mess now, but I don't think I'm gonna have to settle with a man that I don't find.
Okay, let's do it. What would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use stuff.
A 10.
Oh, poor baby. Now let's try this again.
So I'm
You are not the most beautiful. You cannot overtalk.
okay.
I don't give a shit if you're 21 or whatever. It sounds like you had a better situation, if I believe you. A man who put a...
I'm listening.
First of all, you're definitely a single woman because you got the single woman tell. That damn smoke detector.
Mm-hmm.
How do you live with that?
The way that I've been living with just being a single woman is
No. Specifically, the smoke detector that keeps chirping. How do you live with that?
Can you just elaborate more on like what do you mean by the smoke?
It keeps going beep.
Like red flags?
That smoke detector that's beeping in the background. There's a smoke detector. It beeps every 30 seconds and it goes beep.
I don't hear anything beeping. Did you just hear it again? Because I don't hear anything.
Wait for it. Told you guys they don't hear it after a while. There it was. Any children?
3.
Oh damn! You're working.
Yes.
How many fathers?
I'm not gonna lie, 3. Mm-hmm.
I'm always fascinated when I hear one with 3 kids, but why? How does that happen?
Honestly, I'm gonna chop it up to my personal childhood. I had both parents not really involved, not the proper guidance, and when it came to decision making, I didn't have the best decision making experiences. My kids are a good bit apart in age range, so I have a 9-year-old, 4-year-old, and then an 11-month-old. So it wasn't back to back. It was space.
What are your children's fathers do?
One's an entrepreneur, I'm not gonna lie. One of them actually is doing something with himself, but the other 2, one's not involved.
He told you need to get your shit together. That's what I asked you. That's what I asked you.
And I was
Okay,
okay. Well, so what?
I tell you. Don't talk over me, dude. You too broke to afford to pay attention, so when you don't talk over me, I don't know what the fuck you think you're talking. You do shit with your dad, not me.
Sorry.
I don't give a fuck what your father's situation is, your mother's situation. I don't care what your situation is. You're still responsible for yourself. All you got is a bunch of goddamn excuses. But you're going to stop calling my show with this bullshit, I tell you that. I've told you what you need to do. Because if your father were to pass, if your mother were to pass, could you pay the rent on the place you live right now?
No.
Then that's all you need to be worried about. That's the only fucking thing that needs to be on your mind. Not how fucked up your HIV status is. Not all. Are you 5'8"?
I'm 5'8".
You're about the size of Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders was. You're running back size. You can hit the A gap like a motherfucker.
Yeah, all right. I accept
So don't
that.
come in here and talk about what men should not be able to do when they got to accept somebody who can run out the power I. You married?
No.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, I do.
Do you want children?
Yes, I do.
Do you think your husband will be a musician, an actor, or an athlete?
Yes, I absolutely do. What? Yeah, I know for a fact. That's the men that I be with. So
How old are you?
I'm 30.
No.
Yes, those are the kind of men I attract. I be around. My resume kind of speaks for itself.
Of dicks, yeah.
Yeah, you do too. Like,
Yeah, your roster
Yes.
of dead dicks is nice, but you got no wedding rings.
No, but they got NBA rings.
Cause
So
you're a side chick.
I'm not though. This dude proposed to me before, so
Before or after the orgasm?
we never even did anything for real. I just, but that was it.
Now, was this, and all joking aside, was this when you were in college or was it?
No, it was well after college, sweetie. Last year, kind of like last year.
And did he play professional sports or like Canadian basketball?
He was a drug dealer, but then he went to the NBA.
And if you turned him down, why?
Because he got 12 kids and 16 baby mamas, and I didn't want to marry that for real.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
She's trying to be funny.
So why in the hell would you deserve what you get? That's why we laugh at women like you.
I don't see what's
I ask you if you want to be married, do you want to have kids? And when I ask you is, do you think your husband's going to be in this group of men who tend to live this lifestyle? You say yes, and that's what you ultimately pick for.
Yeah.
Instead of going over and dating men over the business side, because here's the problem. You can't handle a man over here because you got to be more than just cute.
Well, I bring way more to the table than that. So.
Well, then why are you putting yourself in a group of men who you say do these things?
Well, I mean, because in LA, that's just what it is. So.
Excuse me?
What?
The dating scene is only NFL, NBA, music, and actors. That's the entire dating scene.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. If you want somebody successful, otherwise you're going to get an actor or somebody who want to be a rapper. And I make money, so I can't play.
I swear to God, I didn't pay her. I swear to God, I didn't pay her.
At the end of the day, like, I don't want to have to. I need somebody who's established. I make good money.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where'd you graduate from?
ICDC.
She trying to be funny.
What is that?
Like, I be online making.
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuel. Listen, that bitch, Lala Milan is stupid. She's stupid. Listen, but he had to smoke for men and women. For I think it was the first 4 to 5 years he was on YouTube, he only talked to men. That's the only people he talked to was men, trying to help them become successful. But only when he started talking to, and women were calling, laughing, joke, thought it was funny. But when they got the smoke, that's when he became this big phenom, and they had a problem with it. I have just one more thing for Kevin Samuels. He had a damn it, did I delete that shit? He had a quote that he said that I thought was pretty amazing for the women out here who think that they think that because they can sleep with a man, that's kind of like makes them valuable. I'm not sure why, but
I don't know why either.
I don't know why.
You know what? Because I'm kind of removed from the dating scene. You know, me watching Kevin Samuels, I was like, yo, this stuff has got to be staged. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way people out here like this. Like, ain't no way. And you just like, wow. Like, he's needed. Like, I know people upset, but it's like people like him are needed. Like, you need to hear the truth because clearly enough, people just not hearing the truth. And
No.
people live in fantasy worlds of what they think they're going to get or what they think they deserve. And it's just like, yo.
Yeah.
And I'm not even just talking about women, guys too. Like,
yes.
you be thinking like, and so, and that was one thing that I didn't really like because sometimes I felt like dudes didn't watch all of it. You know what I'm saying? So some of the guys that was like, yeah, listen to Kevin Samuels is like, bro, he not talking for you. Like, you're not
that
the
part
person he's talking for.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you need to go sit down, get your shit together, and then come back and maybe he'll be talking for you then. But you're not on that playing field that he's talking about. And so, you know, but he was speaking truth, man. I mean, whether you disliked his delivery, you know, okay, cool. But what he was saying is true. Like, you can't say what it's spitting facts. Like,
because the problem was that people were, men and women were living in this ideal world in their head. But if they looked around them, none of the things that's in their head is actually real. I can think that I want, of course, everybody has this fantasy of wanting these certain things, but in reality, can you actually attain them? Can you actually get them? Do you actually deserve them? Are you working towards these things that you think that you deserve?
Right.
So he put it out there like just in plain and simple English for everybody to understand in a way that they may not like, but you get that, no, you don't get to ask for this shit and you don't bring this shit.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? People don't look, okay, because there's some things that are super real, whether you want to believe it or not. Looks are real. So I don't care what kind of swag, all of that. Like, society has looks that people that look a certain way tend to get more, right? That's just life. Whether you like it or not, I don't care how dolled up some women get, how dolled up some men get, you know, what type of Gucci designers that y'all wearing, you still a duck.
Yep.
You still a duck. And stay in your lane.
And
some
it's
men,
funny.
you broke. You ain't getting no bread.
Yeah. And I should have played the clip when he talked to the dude who was like 5'10", almost 300 pounds, making like $400 every other week. I should have played that one.
No.
But like, I don't understand. Like the main people who are offended by him fit exactly what he's talking about.
I think that, but that's the thing, you know, sometimes people aren't told. You're not told, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, you pulling this girl is like you winning the lottery. Your chances are super slim. Well, I can do this. You can try, but your chances are super slim. I'm not telling you not to shoot your shot, but your chances are super slim. Yeah. And on the flip side of that,
Daniel, a rich duck ain't really a duck. Because if you rich, that's what he was telling the guys, you can't be expecting all of this shit and your pockets ain't right. Go get your pockets right and you can pull whoever you want to pull. Because that's pretty much the game when you're trying to pull the chicks that want the dudes with money.
Right. And then, and it's just understanding women, men with money, you know, look good, nice bodies, like women, like you're competing with all the 9s and 10s to try to get that man. Like, and you a 6. I don't know how that's gonna work.
That was really his main goal was to try to get across to people, to women. You are average at best, and you want the top 1% of men. Most of y'all want the same man. What is wrong with average men? Why are you overlooking men that's at the same level as you? For somebody that the men that you want are not going to give you what you're looking for. You're going to have to compete with multiple women because they have a lot of options. So you're not going to get this upstanding guy that you're looking for. You want a 1% man to act like an average man, and you're not going to get that.
Because that man is going to have expectations, and you want to be a princess, and he's going to treat that 9 or 10 like a princess. Stay in your lane.
Right.
Stay in your lane.
P9,
That's
you
all
ain't
he
never
was
lied
teaching.
because ain't shit cute about Rick Ross and ain't shit cute about Biggie Smalls. You ain't lied. Because if they was broke as fuck, nobody would be looking at them. Nobody. But the one thing that he tried to drill into women's heads, men don't care about your money. The men that you want don't care about your money. They already have money. So they're not impressed by your money. So leading with your degrees and your 6 figures ain't gonna get you the man that you're looking for. But that's the energy that boss bitches lead with. That ain't what they looking for, sweetie. That ain't it. I try to convey that on the show. Like the man that you're looking for is looking for a fit, friendly, feminine woman. That's what he said. That was his thing. Fit, feminine, friendly. Like, but no, we get the they like big women. Where's the rings? I don't give a fuck about no nigga. What was the new song you sent to me?
Man.
Fuck nigga free. Daniel, we're not saying that it's not sexy. That is not number one if a man has money, that's not the first thing there. You can't leave. So here's the thing. If I have money as a woman, the first thing I'm not me, and this is me personally, I'm not looking for a man with money. That doesn't move me. Yes, I want somebody that can provide, but my number one thing on my list is not money. So a man with money is not looking for a woman with money. That box is already checked. It's so many other things that are missing from somebody that have money. So that's just not like, yeah, that's a plus. Of course, you want somebody that's equally yoked with you, that you can have a conversation with, that can bring stuff to the table. But that material thing is just not the number one thing you're looking for. A man with money is looking for peace. He's looking for somebody that can make a house a home. He's looking for femininity. He's looking for a woman, a feminine woman. He don't want a boss bitch. There's not too many relationships that last that's in the limelight where both people in that relationship are in the limelight and they're in the forefront. Somebody got to play the back. But that's just my opinion.
Hey.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't know. I like catering to my man, so I don't want to be the boss bitch. I just don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do it. I ain't killing no bugs.
You stupid. Scared of bugs.
Mm-hmm. So rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. We're gonna move on to the next topic. And one more thing. It's gonna be a lot of podcasters who are out of some money because they made their bread and butter on the back of Kevin Samuels, doing reaction videos, using his whole platform as their platform, spitting his game verbatim. They're gonna be in a bind. In a bind. Yeah, it doesn't work, Daniel. You cannot have an alpha male and alpha female. It doesn't work. It don't work.
Not at all.
All right, so here's the first main topic of the night. So, Adrian sent me the most ignorant video ever today of this new song. It's called Free. I believe she's an independent artist from Memphis. I don't remember her name. I'm not going to promote the bullshit. And the video was so disturbing. It was a whole bunch of black girls twerking on a car. It was dusty looking. And the hook was something like fuck nigga free. So yeah, they was like excited about being fuck nigga free. They had somebody baby in the video holding and then ironically enough, as soon as he sent me that video, he said I went on Instagram and it was a video of Sweetie, the rapper, about to get on a remix of the song. So I was like, ain't no way. So he posed the question and asked, why is it that the black culture is the only culture that promotes such detrimental and degrading music as our mainstream music? Why is that? Like, I need y'all to chime in, tell me what's going on. Why do we have music that just doesn't really uplift us? Everything is about like being just negative about our own people.
Nah, Daniel, we're talking mainstream. We're talking mainstream music. Last I checked, heavy metal is not really mainstream. You got maybe a couple artists that are mainstream at this point. So my whole thing was really talking about mainstream music. And so that's a difference.
You right, P. Now about that one right there. Now that's a comment. How about you bitches stop picking fuck niggas? How about that?
I lived in the Midwest, Daniel. So I'm,
and if you
I'm
have
very
to live somewhere to hear the music, it's not
right.
mainstream.
That's not mainstream. That's not mainstream.
Everybody does not listen to metal. I've never heard a heavy metal song. I don't think.
He's talking about in the Midwest, but it's once again, heavy metal hasn't been in the mainstream since the 80s. Like, let's be clear. But
heavy metal artist.
So, but what we talking about here? So, you know, of course, I seen the video and I'm just like, it just made me so disappointed because you just seeing it like the divide and the separation of how we have made the divide and separation between us, our people, man and woman, like this cool thing, like it's hot now, you know, so it's pretty sad to me. Like, I can't believe that this is what we're doing to each other. And you got to see the video because even in the video, like one girl is pregnant, you know, holding her stomach. They got kids, they got babies, not, you know, little kids, babies holding in the video. And it's just like, they're promoting just like, yeah, we can do this on our own. We don't need no men, you know, in our life. We taking care of our kids, you know, ourselves. Like it was just disgusting to me. Just like watching the whole video. I'm like, and this is hot. Like this is what we're going to push. This is what we trying to get hot for the summer. This is supposed to be the summer anthem. And it's like, it's extremely disappointing to me. Like I'm disgusted.
And the fact that there is a lack of accountability as usual for young women to say that, like, you're literally carrying somebody's seed. You're holding somebody's seed. And to say that choice that you made was that bad that you would make a song about it, what does that say about you? Like, why would you glorify the fact that you made a horrible decision in the men that you choose? Like, I feel so sorry for the next generation because this one is already so bad. So bad. Daniel, Black people don't go to therapy. They can't afford therapy. People are starving. Therapy is the last thing on their list. this is generations of bullshit being drilled in their heads over and over and over. And unless they can get around good mentors, just good people, it's going to continue to perpetuate over and over and over, because like there's no way, like with the amount of information that's out here now that's available, and they're still not getting it because they're choosing not to. They're accepting that this is the norm, that not having a dad in the house is okay. Not having a dad around is the norm. And it's going to continue to be, because we got aunties and grandmoms and great grandmas. You don't need him. You'll be fine. I did it. Your grandma did it. Your auntie did it. Like until that stops, somebody cuts that at the head and stops it, it's going to continue to just keep going over and over and over. It's just really sickening, man.
It is. So the post, you saw my wife posted about my son, right? About him talking about getting married. So at first,
oh my God, that was so freaking cute.
But at first I'm like, what are we doing here? You know, and you sitting there, you thinking, right? You're thinking about you being a child, and it's like, I never as a child thought about being married, right?
You didn't have that.
Right. But then when you think about it, you're like, okay, we must be doing something right if our son is talking about, you know, getting married and being dressed up and actually looking at marriage in a different light. So it's like, okay, that must be a testament to us, because I never thought about marriage, you know, as I was a kid growing up. Like, I don't even think I really thought about it until I was in my late 20s, of even the possibility.
It didn't even exist.
Right.
Like
it didn't even exist at all. Right. And so, you know, it's like, oh, well, okay. Well, we must be showing him something right. You know what I'm saying? He must really see it. And it's like, okay, this is, because he tells us that, like, when I'm an adult, I want to get married. And so you're like, okay, well, he must like what he sees at home.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah.
We're gonna look, our guest co-host here, we're gonna bring her in, even though she late. No, I'm joking. We asked her late, so she fine. We're gonna bring old Drena in. Hey, Drena.
Hey y'all, I've been watching. I never got the link. I was like, okay.
It's on me.
Adrian, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
It's on me.
I wish I would have known.
That's why I had to ask. I'm like, hold up, you get the link? She's like, nah. I was like, oh, dang, my bad. Let me send it to you real quick.
Old people,
you know.
What happened?
And so it's on me.
Yeah, but
to add to what Adrian said, I actually hear a lot of children like talk about marriage. I used to have volunteer for like little children's church, and it was this one little boy, and he was like, I can't wait to get married. I was like, you can't? He was like, no, I can't wait to be a husband. I was like, well, I hope you find a good wife. But I don't know if it's from TV or seeing it in person, but it was just like, he just kept saying it. And I was like, well, I'm happy that you want to get married. I don't know what else to say.
That's good. Because my son, I don't know where maybe because his dad was married, but my son is very adamant about, he has told me how old he's going to be, how many kids he wants, and he's named all his children already. And he's 12. So for him to even, I was
both my daughters have told me they're never having children. And I was like, that works for me. I mean, fine by me.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. And that's why I say, like, growing up, that was never something on my mind. Like, oh, I want to get married. I want to have a family. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really like that. I wasn't thinking, not in a good way. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, you know, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have kids, so I need to plan for them. You know what I mean? Like, that's how my mind was going. It wasn't like,
I didn't want any.
Started, like, getting a little older.
I think some people look at it like they didn't have like the best, so they're like, oh, when I'm gonna be the best dad, or I'm gonna have the best relationship, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't married, like, just thinking as a kid, I remember one of my friends, I think a couple were married, but I didn't like to process marriage as a kid. No.
Right.
I drank the Disney Kool-Aid. Once I saw Cinderella, I was like, oh, I can't wait to get married. I cannot wait.
Oh,
and then What do you say?
I said you tripping. I said you tripping.
Well, then, but listen. So by the time I was like 20, I had one child, with their dad, and I was pregnant with the next one. He proposed, and I said yeah. And then through the whole time, I had been like trying to process everything that was going on in where the relationship was headed. He asked me to marry him. I told him yeah, because things were going great. And he didn't come home the next night, and I was like, "Oop, maybe that's my sign. Let me get the hell out of here. Let me get out of Dodge."
Oh my God,
like,
Drena!
I felt like everything lined up perfectly because my lease was the lease was up in my apartment. My mom was like, "You can move back in." I was like, "Okay, girl, I'm leaving this man," and that was the end. So I've never been married. Yeah.
Okay then.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
Why you saying like a just nonchalant? Yeah. I mean, like, yeah.
Because whenever I tell people that, they always have that same reaction, and they're like, "You don't know what happened, where he went." Listen, I know he wasn't in the hospital. I know he wasn't in jail. So if he asked me to be my husband, he should have been home, and he wasn't. Okay. So yeah, no.
Okay.
Wow.
So what about?
Did you ever ask him?
No, I didn't ask him, but I mean, so before all that, before things got good, there was a time we had broken up due to cheating. Okay. But I mean, it didn't matter to me where he was because he wasn't where he needed to be.
Okay.
Okay. So are you open to getting married now?
My screen keeps freezing up. Huh?
Are you open to getting married now?
What'd you say?
Are you open to marriage now?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, I ain't.
I just knew that if I would have stayed in that relationship, I felt like things would not have gone the way that I wanted.
Damn Mississippi internet.
You freezing.
What is happening?
We don't know, but you freezing.
That man got you bugged. He said, I left and you left me.
You good over there?
You good now.
I see you. You moving.
Well,
right. Well, hopefully she'll unfreeze and finish that story. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the generation. Maybe it's changing, but that's a great thing.
I'm gonna leave out and come back in. How about that?
Daniel said Mississippi is the third world.
Hey Daniel, watch yourself now. Watch yourself now.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping the tide is changing and because it's just too much. Like these kids have so much access to information. Shut up, Phenom. That you would think that they'd be like, oh hell no, I don't want to have all these babies by somebody, and then I gotta go try to date somebody else with somebody else's kids, and then try to make it work. And I don't know. It's just I don't know.
No, I mean, honestly, I know. Now I knew that was one thing. I didn't want to have multiple baby mamas. So I just knew that. Like I didn't want that life. I don't know. I'm one of those people too. Like I can see what people go through and realize like that ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gotta touch the stove to know it's hot. You feel me?
Right.
I can see somebody else touching and it burn them. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I ain't messing with that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was one of the reasons too why it took me a minute to have, kids and all of that. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't want nobody that was tripping on me, and then like, I want to see my kids. Nah, it ain't your week. It ain't your weekend. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Sitting at the house, like, hey, what y'all doing? Nothing. We at the house. Okay, you mind if I come pick him up and take him to do X, Y, and Z? Well, it ain't your day. What? But y'all ain't doing nothing. It ain't your day.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Yeah.
Well, damn, Derek. So you don't have no kids, Derek?
I thought you had been married though, Derek. Yeah, I don't think he had kids, but I thought he said he'd been married before. I thought. I could be
I don't
wrong.
know. I never wanted any either, but I mean, God's plan. I got 2.
I think I got 2.
He said his twin is married.
Okay.
Wow.
And
I don't
y'all
think
saw my
as
post
like
today.
growing
It's over
up,
with.
marriage literally never crossed my mind. Like that was never a conversation for me to have. But I got married at 19 and divorced at 20.
Oh man.
That would have been me. That would have been me.
Hey man, it's cheaper to keep her. Work it out.
No, that no.
Work it out.
No. Oh,
Work
no.
it out.
Oh no. Oh no.
I said work it out.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it. No. Okay.
I was a horrible wife. Horrible. Horrible wife. You hungry, bitch? You better cook. Fuck, I look like.
Wow. Dang. Married at 21, divorced at 22.
Yeah, it wasn't. And he
Man,
was
y'all
a whore.
Oh. Well,
The worst kind. A whore.
okay.
Yeah, I was 19, he was 20. He said, I thought about it once, but being called a hoe, a hoe by my mom made me.
So,
well, damn, Derek, why your mom calling you? Derek, were you being a hoe?
So I you know what? I'll save that for the next. I mean, because I know we got that one question, and it's gonna kind of tie into that. So I'm not gonna. I'm come back to that.
Well, I'm gonna go to this next topic because I think it. Well, first of all, Adrian was cracking up laughing when I sent him this topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just happened to scroll across this topic, and I was like, "Oh, well, is this true or not?" So it was a gay guy who said this. He said, "If a man can't settle down and is sleeping with several different women, he's most likely gay."
Yeah, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. So
what y'all think?
So Derek, I mean, you hit a question, you know. Tell us about your hoish ways, my guy. Is it gayish ways or hoish ways? Which one is it? But I'm gonna speak on it. So I think that no, that's just misguided energy. It has absolutely nothing to do with being gay. You know what I'm saying? We've learned, you know, men, right? You sit in the barbershop and the talk of the town was, you know, listening to these guys talk about all these women that they've been with, right? It was like trophies. And that's really what it was about. Like how many women that you could get with and bag, and you just hearing it. I mean, it's disgusting, but that's how most men grow up is that type of talk. So they do it because they don't know any better. And so it's just misguided energy. It has nothing to do with being gay. It's all about you not knowing how to, you know, control your masculine energy and save it for the person that you wanted to be with. And I think, well, that's one thing that I learned because I read a lot, is that a man should be able to control his sexual energy, his sexual prowess. That's what really makes you a man. And then also that is how you definitely command the riches that you want. You know, you as a man have to be able to control your sexual energy. Being out here giving it away is you're not going to prosper that way. And so me hearing that, learning that, and understanding that, and if anybody hasn't read Think and Grow Rich, it's definitely in there. It's a whole chapter in Think and Grow Rich that talks about this. And it's other books as well too, but I'm a big fan of Think and Grow Rich. And so, yeah, man, you just have to be able to control that. Because if you control, as a man, if you control your sexual energy, you can control pretty much any aspect of your life. Y'all are crazy.
I wasn't ready for that comment. Golly.
Okay.
At least you fed them. Shit.
4 F's.
Yeah.
Find them, feed them, forget them. Wow. Hey.
Wow. Adrian, you preaching. You hear me? You are preaching out here today, honey. Cause these hoes be out here. I don't know, Adrian. I will say that I think that most men do have misguided masculine energy. I will say that. When you're talking on a normal scale of just sleeping with a lot of different women.
Right.
But then you have people who just are outright they have addictions and they are just a lot. They doing the most and they can't get enough. And they doing it with 7 women at the same time. They need all this different interaction. Like they got all the porn stimulation, like all these other things that just can't get them where they're trying to go. Because they may be masking something that they don't want to accept. So
and I'm not saying that. So because I see that comment right there. It could be true for some guys, right? But to say like all guys, like, nah. I mean,
no, not all guys. Never,
right.
never.
I mean, we do know some man whores. You know what I'm saying?
But this generation is so different because they explore so many different weird things. Like they have no boundaries and control at all, and they think that everything is acceptable. So you like the knowledge you spitting right now with them being able to control that stuff. Like they can't even fathom those types of things because they don't think it's necessary. And it's going to be too late for a lot of them to realize that they should have been controlling this shit. That's why they ass broke.
But I mean, this isn't something that's taught. Another man is typically not telling you, hey, young fella, you need to be able to control your sexual energy. Because as a man.
Right. But if you go back to when you were younger, and you got like the barbershop talk, you got the drug dealer talk, all that stuff. You only had this corner of the world. These kids have so much knowledge. Mm-hmm. It's so like they are exposed to so many things. Like you can't feign ignorance anymore because you're not just being fed from one bowl. Like you have other things that you can feed from if you choose to. If you choose to. So it's just like, I don't know. It's like people that smoke weed. At some point, they get tired of smoking weed because they didn't smoke weed so goddamn much. They move to something different. If you continually expose yourself to the same thing, it's like Instagram. Whatever you continually look at, they're gonna keep putting it in your face, in your feed. They're gonna keep putting it in your face. They're gonna keep putting it in your face. If all you looking at is twerk videos, all you gonna see is twerk videos. Hoes twerking.
Instagram is trash. It's really getting on my nerves. I don't know about y'all, but like the people that I actually follow, I hardly ever see anything from them. I'm always seeing like stars and other things that I'm not even following.
And telling you to follow. Like, what is that?
Like, yo, I don't follow them. So why are you showing me stuff about them? Instagram is definitely changing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, definitely. But this is funny though. I definitely.
Juan, you ain't lying with that. Yeah, it's something within you that is messed up that you still trying to find. If you still got to keep sleeping with all the, like you ain't a teenager no more, and you still sleeping with multiple women, something's definitely wrong with you.
Well, some men feel like they missed out in their early ages, and that's the reason why some are doing that later in life.
Sorry,
or broke, or you know what I'm saying, self-esteem issues, right? They didn't have it. They couldn't pull women. The whole what Kevin Samuel say, guys tend to, stock tends to go up, especially depending on how they change in their life, right? Where as, they was in their teens, early 20s, they might have been just a regular guy. And so they weren't able to sort their royal oats, so to speak, right? And so now, life's changed for them, getting a little money, you know what I mean? They're able to demand a little bit more attention. Now it's like, well, let me get what I missed out on. And so now they out here in these streets slanging and banging. So
and those the guys we always talk about that go for the girls that get the BBLs. Because I'm like, y'all not getting these surgeries for the guys that y'all think y'all want. Y'all getting these surgeries for them dudes that couldn't get the chicks that looked like y'all back in the day. Because the guys that could get the banging girls don't want the fake girls. So y'all really getting surgeries for the wrong type of people. And y'all don't even realize it.
You got to be able to squeeze on something. It can't be hard.
It got to move.
It got to move.
Yeah, they make enough. I mean, because you look at it like when the guys get into the industry, you can tell the dudes that couldn't get no girls. They act their ass.
Future.
Drake is number one.
I don't know, man. That's why they real tight. Like Future and Drake go hand in hand, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Drake will name drop a woman. If a female rapper name drop like Drake did,
I mean, he can't.
Drake naming everybody.
Future said, "I spend $2 to $3 million a year on women."
I believe it. That's why I don't understand when men. I don't understand when men like always like make it out to seem that Future is so macho. Like Future's out here caking. He's spending money.
Thank you.
He's spending money.
He got no game.
He might be toxic, but it's because they dealing with him because he is spending money on them. He's sparing no expense.
So we ain't talking about his child support. He says on dating and just meeting women and doing. He spends $2 to $3 million a year.
He's an idiot. His mother need to whoop his ass.
Caking.
And I don't even want to begin to know what the hell Nick Cannon be doing.
Oh, he caking too. So, okay. So Nick Cannon this is weird because when you think about it, like Nick Cannon is one of these late guys as well. Like Nick Cannon wasn't doing this in his 20s.
No.
He wasn't doing this. And then he got, I don't know. I'm wondering if he just hurt.
He's a duck.
Oh, super. We ain't got to spend no time on that. So Nick Cannon in his 20s, wasn't doing this. And then I don't know if maybe the whole split with Mariah just threw his whole chakra off. I don't know what happened. But like that's when all this started happening. And it's just like he having a kid every 6 months.
I think it also showed him like, hey, I got Mariah Carey. I can get anybody. Like, let me shoot for it.
Let me shoot for it. I'm getting bad. I got like the baddest chick in the game. Yep. Definitely top 5 at the time. Then
he realized that he lost the baddest chick in the game.
Right. And
he been trying to find her ever since.
Yeah, he ain't been right since. He ain't been right since.
And Mariah be like, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
She's like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. She like, these my kids. I don't know them children.
Right.
Come on here, Juan, and preach the sermon. That's the part they don't get. Everything that look good ain't good for you. Half them hoes can't read out loud, baby. Child, bye. Okay. We got the next topic. Okay. So why do you guys think that generational wealth is so important? So we got inflation, we got housing, childcare, gas prices, and Black people seem to stay behind because we're never a leg up. What is going on? Why can we not capitalize on anything to ever get ahead? And GoFundMe's ain't working.
So this was, since this kind of was my idea to talk about, I kick it off. So I can remember, right, when I first moved into my neighborhood and had a neighbor in my neighborhood was a school teacher, right? And of course, y'all know the complexion that they were. And I'm sitting here like, school teacher, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we know what school teachers make. And I'm like, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy, that you can afford on a school teacher's salary to live in his neighborhood. But then here it is, we having a conversation, right? So guess what? His grandparents are the reason why he got the house, right? His parents paid for college, and also with the wedding, right? So here it is. You have even that basic start on life, so now when you're not paying for a house, you're not paying for your wedding, you didn't pay for your college, and now you're able to be a school teacher and make a good living. But also, your parents are going to do the same thing for your kids, right? They stay ahead to where it's like you're not going to start over. Typically in our culture, we start over. Our parents haven't really been setting us up to get a start on life typically. And so we're already that leg back. And this is where you find it real pivotal, because look at right now, right? You look at it where you're having a family, gas prices are on the rise, right? Housing market, the bubble, we're in this bubble. And so you're behind. And not only that, let's be clear, even if you're making six figures, you're making good money, it's not as good as someone that's making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 that got a leg up on you. So think about that. We have to double and triple just to catch up, whereas they're set up. And so we have to make sure to start thinking in a different way of like, hey, man, if we really want our family to grow and we really serious about this generational wealth, we have to start planning and creating those processes, as young adults of saying, okay, I'm going to plan for kids that maybe I don't even have yet, and I give you even a little bit of like my business, right? Like if my kids want my money, they got to do the same things that I do. You're going to have to get insurance policies, on your kids and your on your grandkids. Like we're going to be the generation ahead. So it's like, no, what I'm really doing is you're set up, right? Your college is paid for. Your first houses is paid for. After that, I need you to start doing the same thing that I'm doing, because guess what I'm going to do? Now everything is going to go to your kids because you're set up, you're taken care of, you're getting a great start. And that's how we're going to start being 2 to 3 generations, ahead in the game, instead of like, nope, our thing was you graduated high school,
get out,
peace, get out, figure it out. I had to figure it out. You got to figure it out. Instead of like, okay, you know what? You want to go to school, whatever it is, like, I'm going to help you. We're going to figure this out. Long as you're doing something positive, you can stay in my house. Now you ain't doing nothing positive. You got to get up out of here. I'm okay with that. But that's not typically how we would roll. It was like, no, right. I did what all I could do for you. Get out my house. Okay. But yeah, man, it's very pivotal, because in these times, what's going to happen is we finna have a reset. That's what's going on with the markets. Now, if you ain't got money to really now be able to pivot over and invest heavily into the markets to where now you're going to even be creating even more generational wealth. Once again, you're still behind because they're ready for this. Others are waiting for this. The markets are dropping and recorrecting themselves right now as we speak. It's going to be at a lower price. And this is where millennials are going to be able to afford like the generations ahead of them. But if you ain't ready for this, you're going to miss out yet again. We got to do better, man.
Well, I want to. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think everything you said is correct. And to add to that, I think it's a culmination of different things. I also feel like we never really talked about money with people. Like, and when we were growing up, I heard they got money. Like, it's a secret. Nobody wants to tell. And the people that did have money, they too worried about somebody else getting in their pocket. So they was like, I'm not going to tell them my tips. But you see in other cultures, they sharing stock tips. They're like, hey, have you heard about this? Like, we really never had that or did that. But yeah, I think that people are starting to understand more how important all those things, like the foundation is, setting the foundation is for our children going forward. Because yeah, everybody I know, it was like, oh, you 18? You need to get a job and get up out of here. What you gonna do? The military, college? Like, what's your plan? You need a ride? Let me get you there, because I ain't got nothing else to offer you. So I think people, just the fact that people are thinking about it and trying to make a plan, I think that's putting us well ahead than we were 20 years ago.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna hit it from a lower level because I deal. I mean, a lot of people that I do know are, of course, all different tiers, but a lot of people don't have money to put in the stock market. They don't have money to. They surviving. They struggling. They doing real bad. So I think the basic level of where we need to start is, number one, is we need to get out of our emotions. Like, we have to stop looking for things to feel good and look at things to be good. And I'm speaking to women specifically, because in order for us to build generational wealth, we have to get the family unit back together. And everything ain't going to feel good when we put that thing back together, because there's a lot of healing that got to take place. And the quickest way to get rich is to have two incomes. If you don't have those two things together, it's just not going to work. You could be the baddest bitch in the club, but if your ass broke, it don't matter. So having all these babies and broken homes is just not going to work. We got to get back to the basics of bringing the Black family back together, because that's the first step in getting our generational wealth back in order. Bringing dads back in, following direction, taking guidance from men, and men taking their rightful places back in the homes. And not only leading when it's convenient, not only leaning when she gonna listen. You gonna have to provide some direction to where that woman has to listen to you. Stop just dropping seeds and leaving. Stop planting seeds without planting the foundation. We got to get back to that, because the other cultures are ahead of us, because we keep doing shit that feel good instead of doing things that make sense. Until we get that together, ain't no stock market talk in our near future at all as a whole culture.
Oh, nah.
That's out the window.
You know, I was forward talking, but, you know, just saying once again, because how we stay behind, you know what I mean? Because we steady scrapping, you know what I mean? Where they're able to capitalize, like I was saying, like we're in a reset of the market right now. As you see, if anybody follows the markets, it's dropping, and it's dropping heavily. And so just to say, if you're being set up now, you can see that. And also too, when you're set up, you understand these things because you're having these conversations. And so now you're able to capitalize. Whereas we're so far behind, we can't. We don't even see that. Like, that ain't even, they still trying to figure out how they can get more food stamps. They ain't thinking about nothing else other than trying to get over on the government, instead of trying to figure out how we can come together as a culture on our own to figure out how we can do better. They so engulfed in this bullshit that the government has sold them that they don't even think about. They worrying about, oh, well, little Frankie gonna do good in college and he gonna make it to the NBA and he gonna come save me. Stop setting your kids up for failure to come back and save you. Putting that burden on these kids to bring the whole family out the hood. We so far behind. It's just disgusting. It's insane at this point. Like, it's too much opportunity and information out there for us to still be doing the same shit generation after generation.
When you said emotion, can y'all hear me? Am I freezing up?
Yeah, you good?
I hear you.
I'm good. Okay. When you said emotion, I thought you were gonna to add to that. I think a lot of it is coming from someone who grew up raised in a house that was, you know, we just trying to make it through. We ain't trying to get rich. We just trying to make it month to month. I think people need to understand the strength in numbers. Like, yeah, I don't have a lot, you don't have a lot, but if we all put our little bit together, we can do something to make a difference, you know, that will eventually become in a big way. There's a white lady I worked with. She recently retired herself because she was dating a guy. He taught her about the stock market, and after 2 years of dating, she was able to retire.
Yeah. Well, Black people are so because they've been scraping, they hold on to every little thing.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
they not willing to let go of nothing. They just hold it in tight. Like,
Or
I don't know.
how
I
much
definitely
broker
grew up
can you
with a
get?
poverty. I mean, of course, growing up with less than, I definitely grew up with a poverty mindset. But also, you know, the beautiful thing I definitely say about myself was that I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like having that thought process of, well, you just need enough to survive. You just need enough to get by. I'm like, no, I want more than that. And then also, you know, because the thing that happened to me, I feel like I lived other people's dreams. So, and that was a gift and a curse for me, right? So, I mean, I became fairly successful, you know, at an early age. You know, I was making six figures by the time before 30. So here it is, right? You listen to the people around you, like, oh, this is the American dream. This is what you want to do. This is how you want to go, right? And then you get there and you like, man, this ain't shit.
I don't know this shit.
But at the same time, you know, you trying to be like thankful. If y'all get what I'm saying, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what's been told, that this is the American dream. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what it is, right? And you sitting here like, well, one, I want way more than this.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And this ain't it. And then now you like, I gotta pivot. Like, I gotta do a pivot in life, because like I'm supposed to do this until I retire. But like I still got like 40 years to work. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not gonna work for 40 more years. Like, are you serious? Like, what are we talking about? And so that was like that hard truth. That's why I said gift and a curse, because it showed me like, okay, I got to start figuring some things out, which is why I got into investing and doing some other things as well too. But it's like, yo, like, but this is what, you know, you're taught. Get a job, get a good job, make good money, do that till you like 62 and retire into the sunset. Like, I refuse to be. I was like, yo, I'm not finna be one of these 62, 65-year-old guys with the Jag, the Lexus, or, you know what I'm saying, and driving that bitch 45 miles an hour.
Right.
Get your old ass out the street, driving this nice, fast car 25 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, I want this now. Like, I don't want to wait till then. That's
that
crap.
part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
But like you said, that you had that poverty mindset.
Yes.
And to think that so many people limit themselves because they just can't see past that.
Right.
And ain't nothing stopping them but them.
That's it. But it's hard, because also too, this is why, you know, there's so much power in thought. There's so much power in your mind and some of the things that you was taught, because I talk about this all the time. I talk about this when I'm in classes and when I'm teaching, like having a fixed mindset, understanding that most people have a fixed mindset. Your mind is not going to go any further than what you see right in front of you. That's just how most people operate. And it's like, no, being able to understand what you dream, what you can concoct in your mind, you can do it and you can go forward. And I had so many shackles on me that it made it hard for me to progress to the next levels. You know what I'm saying? To where you like, I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm going from here. I don't know how I'm going to achieve these certain things. And it was just kind of getting tough. And it was because I had a fixed mindset. So the power of the mind is really controlling. That's why I tell people, like, Think and Grow Rich, those type of books will show you like, yo, what you think you can conceive. I suggest that was like one of the most powerful books for me, because like I said, it not only told me how to think, but also to control my energies and move in a certain way in rooms with people, how you network. It's like huge. Those types of books are huge, because we got to break these shackles. We got to break them.
And that's why it's so important of who you have around you, because the people will limit or try to dim your light. They'll try to dim your dreams and try to tell you the things that you can't do. When you're like, you could come in the room like, oh, I know I can do this. I got this. And they're like, what? You can't do that. Oh, no, you can't do it.
Right.
I can. You just can't do it. Don't hate on me because I'm about to get it done. You gotta watch your circle. And Daniel, just said something here. He said he's trying to get someone to unlearn negative talk. That is one of the hardest things to get somebody to do. And I don't know if it's somebody that you live with or somebody that you're related to or something like that, but I don't allow people around me with that energy. Right. If you got some negativity about you, you got to go. Because I'm an action taker. I'm a doer. I cannot stand people who continually talk about what they're going to do and never do it. I can't do it. Like, get away from me. Because if you tell me you want to do something and you enlist my help to do it, it's getting done. What's the date? Because I need to know, because we starting right now and it's done. It's over. Right. We're getting it done. And we're going to move on to the next thing. I don't have time for we should know. We're going to do this. And this is the date we're going to do it. Let's go. Google, here we go. What we got to do? It's over with. I don't have time for we should have did, could have did, would have did. No, we did it. Now what's next? I just can't do it. And if you woe is me, go talk to a therapist because you don't pay me enough for that shit.
Right. Hey, that part. Nah, for real.
And I train clients every single day. And some of them are harder than others. But that's if you pay me to do something and my name is on you and you going around telling people I'm your trainer, you going to get some results. Because you're not about to go tell nobody I did nothing for you and you look a goddamn mess. Ain't going to happen. Nope. We're going to get it done.
Hey, man.
We're going to get it done.
Hey. So another thing, I mean, it's kind of it's still dealing with it, but like it goes with the whole part of like, talking about sexual energy. Like I can remember too, like which is a beautiful thing, when you get married, like that also propelled my earnings, my money making as well too. To another level, I've been making more and more and more as the years have continued to go that I've been married, which talks about those things in the book as well too. It's if you're with the right person, it shouldn't be a bill. People talk about that, right? They talk about that, like being with the right person
play that
shouldn't be a bill. Stupid, like
an investment.
It's draining. No, right. And because people, you hear some people say that, like, it's draining me. This person is a bill. Like, I'm finding myself doing this. If you're with the wrong person, because the right person is going to propel you to the next level. I always say this. A great woman is going to make a good man a great man, right? A good woman will make a good man a great man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's just what happens. If you're a good man, getting with the right woman is just going to propel you and take you to higher heights. It's just that simple. So fellas, understand that as well too. If you're trying to figure out where you at and trying to get to the next level and you're a good man, it's going to propel you. You're going to continue.
That's why I always say, if a woman is talking down about a man that she's been with for years, check yourself, boo. Because if he's been with you for years and he still ain't shit, something has to be wrong with you. Because a man that finds a what? We are multipliers of things. You ain't gotta be great, but if you come with some shit, we know how to make that thing do some things.
Right. Because ultimately it's going to be a chain reaction, right? A man that's of good faith, good quality is going to want to do more, right? It's going to put you on another level to say, I want to do more. And it puts you in the mind frame of like, how can I elevate my family? How can I make sure that my family continues to prosper? That's just going to be that's our nature. That's what we want to do. And so you with the right woman, you're going to continue that mindset. But you got the right woman by you, it's just going to make it happen faster. You know what I'm saying? It's going to multiply, right? Because now you have that person that's going to pour into you, right? She's going to bring you up. She's going to talk like, I believe in you. I know you can do it. Which as a man, someone talking about you like that, that's going to make you like, yo, I can run through this wall.
Hype him up.
Right. Like I can run through this wall for my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do this. Like, because I don't think people understand what that feels like when you have a plan and you come to your significant other and they like, I ain't worried about it, boo. I know you're going to do what's right for us. Oh, shit. God damn. What? Man, let me tell you. Let me tell you, man, I'm telling you, do something to your ego. It do something to mine. I can't speak for everybody else, but it damn sure do something to mine. So as a man, that's it's no better talk than that. Like, I know we kind of going off, but like
I think a lot of men sometimes feel like they're on an island by themselves and they just got to figure it out. So when you got that team player and they hype you up and they like, oh, I trust you, you got it. Yeah. And they give you that extra boost. Now you know you got it. You gonna go extra hard for that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what you gonna
what
want
they
to
say.
do.
What did I say last week? That man pulled that thing out that Bible, and I was like, whoa. He said, God created all these things. Everything was done. Then he created Adam. Everything was finished. And then he created Eve. Because Adam just needed some help. But he didn't create Eve till everything was done. So she can come help. She ain't need to do nothing but come help.
Amen.
When you get that helpmate, you out of there. But no, y'all niggas be out there looking for them hoes with the big booties. She gotta be fine. She gotta be this and that. And can't help you do nothing. Ain't cultivate nothing.
Amen.
Just saying.
They'll learn.
Check your priorities.
If they want it, if they truly want it. But once again, man, that goes back to what we talk about, man. You gotta improve yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work on you. Because first off, you can't take care of no family, you can't run no household, you can't be no CEO of nobody's house if you ain't got your shit in order. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely gotta take a step back, figure your shit out, make sure it's going the way it needs to go before you try to tell somebody what to do. You worried about somebody not listening to you. That's because you ain't got your shit together. How somebody gonna listen to you and you ain't leading? You can't even lead your damn self.
Right.
But oh, she don't listen to me, man. I try to talk to her. Bro, if you doing what you're supposed to do, she the right one, she gonna listen to you. So you might want to look in the mirror and figure out
she
what
not
it is
listening to you.
Short.
She don't respect you.
Right. If a woman don't listen to you, she don't respect you. So even if you are a good man, it's time to move on. Like, and you got to learn that. Like, it's okay. Like, you're not the one for her. She's not the one for you. If a woman does not listen to her man, she doesn't respect you. And do you want to spend all your days with somebody that don't respect you? You're going to feel this big. This big.
Because there is a woman out there who will. You ain't got to fight.
Versa, ladies.
They just will. Yeah, and there's a man out there who will.
Stop settling.
Why are we fighting when it's just people that will?
Right.
It's so unnecessary.
It could all be so simple.
No, I think
Lauren tried to tell us.
I think once people get to the point where it's like, yo, I can, like, literally, we say this, I can do bad all by myself, but like literally mean it. I got to that point where I was like, look, I'd rather be by myself before I be dealing with this type of bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, I'm out. And that's how I got to that point. I was like, yo, I'm not. Like, I can be by myself. I'm happy. I don't need somebody to define me. Like, we just come together and make each other happy. I'm not finna put up with some bullshit just to say I'm in a relationship.
Period.
No, not doing it. Yeah. And so I think that is part of the problem too, because some people try to force when they missing a blessing on the person that's possibly for them.
And that's because of sex. Sex clouds all that shit. Take that out. People would leave relationships a lot sooner if they took sex out of it.
Amen.
I think it's sad to me, like when Adrian was talking about what it does to his ego to hear certain things. When I have male friends, if I say like, "Oh, I'm proud of you," like they're like, and they're not hearing it on a regular. They're not hearing it often, and I'm like, why aren't you hearing that? Like, why is your person not, speaking this stuff into you? And I do think
that's insane.
We need to do a better job.
Because women think everything's about them in a relationship. They don't really think that they're supposed to pour into their man because they've been fed that Cinderella fantasy, like it's about me.
if you with the right
But see,
man,
I
there's
was stuck
no
on
way you're
Cinderella.
gonna be able to do it. Like, if you're with the right man, the more you pour into him, the more he's gonna pour back into you. It's just gonna,
But yeah,
just gonna
but
keep
Adrian, you
going
got to
back into
realize
you.
that some women have really amazing men, and they're shitty women.
That's what I'm saying. You know
They
what I
just
mean?
no, they just really weren't
Yeah.
taught that they are supposed to cater. Not, you don't even have to cater to them. Just be supportive. Shit. Some of them just think everything is about them.
Very true.
Nice.
Very true.
Just be nice.
I mean,
Listen,
but it's sad.
you just
because
wait a
that's
minute,
true.
Drena. You just said that, and I literally was just. I don't want to. Okay, I gotta say this in a way that people don't know what I'm talking about. So I was just having a conversation with some people, and the guy came back to me after the conversation. Was me, a guy, and a girl. He came back to me after the conversation. He said, "Well, damn, she's just mean to guys for no reason." And I was like, I don't know why. Like, literally, the scenarios and stories that we were told, it was just being mean, just literally for no reason. Just she was just being mean to people. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I think some women think that is like appealing to me, and I'm like, no, nobody wants to
No.
deal with somebody that's mean
appealing
to, them,
to the
especially in
men.
our house.
It's appealing to the men that you complain about.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right. Like, the last thing I want
why?
to do is come home and then be like, yak, 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 yak. You know what I mean? Like, that's not sexy. I don't, and sometimes I feel like, you know, this whole toxic energy is just starting to be, you know, perpetuated in music heavy now. And so, and you have people like excusing this behavior, like, you know what I'm saying? And you like, I'm pretty sure y'all see all those posts where it's like, I'm a little crazy, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm that, but you know, he gotta love me anyways. And you like,
no, you don't. That's why your ass
no.
still single.
No, not dealing with that. No. And you know what I'm saying? Typically, those women tend to like a certain type of guy, but those are the type of guys that they complain about, but also they can kind of control. And so it's just
like
that
Daniel
vicious
said,
cycle.
low self-esteem.
Yep. It attracts.
Yeah. But then they say, oh, niggas ain't shit. Da, da, da. No, you picking,
No.
these are the guys you're attracting. You're acting in a way that will attract this. So that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get an upstanding guy that's going to respect you because you're not projecting that. You want, when you're making songs called Fuck Nigga Free, nobody wants to work hard all day and then come home and fight. Right. I mean, seriously, like, I don't have the energy. I don't care enough. I don't have time. Listen,
I'm just stay in the car. I'm gonna just sit in the driveway before I go inside and fight.
Right.
See,
all my life I had to
I'm
fight.
leaving. If I gotta sit in the driveway, I'm leaving. That mean that ain't
that's
what I
too
want
much.
Yo, I've done that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where you like going over somebody's house and it's like sitting in the driveway because you already know like it's gonna be something, and you just like, why did I come over here? Like,
listen, we're gonna do this one last topic before we get out of here.
All right, what we got?
And this topic I got because I watch the Pineapple Show all the time. And every time I watch this show, there are some amazing guys that call into this show to date these women. And they always get pineapple because they're boring. So I just want to know, why do modern women think that men should be their entertainment? What are they looking for? They want somebody to do cartwheels. Like, what is it? I don't understand what boring is, because if my man going to work, making money, making sure we good, when it's time to have fun, we're gonna go have fun. What do these women want?
They want to be like, they want to be on a yacht. They want to be like making TikToks. Stuff we don't have time to do because we gotta go to work tomorrow.
We gotta go to work.
But is that actually fun? I mean, because if a person is boring, that's still
We
boring.
need to watch it. Right.
I find people who are absorbed with their phone very boring. Like if you
Oh
can't
my
hold a
God.
conversation,
Yeah, but that's different. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because
Like-
y'all are talking, but you know what I'm saying? If a person is boring, no matter where they take you, it's still boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so are you in it for, and not you, I'm just saying blanket statement, but like, are people in it for the glitz and glamour, you know, because of the quote unquote, what it looks like, you know, or is it like he's boring because he's not full of drama? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people equate boring to not having any drama. Like all we do is you come home and we just talk and there's no excitement, you know, it's just the same things every day.
I think it can be both of those things because, you know, people are on their phone looking and they seeing people taking trips and doing all these things. And she like, well, I'm just over here looking at him on the couch. This ain't fun. I want to do what the people doing on social media. But you know, you hear some people be like, well, he don't like, I've heard women say, he don't never like to argue or nothing. And I'm like, that sounds like a good thing to me. I don't like to argue at all. I think it could be both of those things.
Drama.
Well, see,
people swear they don't like drama.
When I'm watching the Pineapple Show and a guy comes on who has a great job, he doesn't have any kids, he might be in school or something, I don't know. He's just a regular guy. They say that's boring. I'm like, do you want this to tap dance for you? I'm like, I don't know what you want. Like, I just don't get the and maybe it's the they so used to the club scene and these highlight reels that's on social media that they see that aren't really real. Because I'm like, what do you think a good man is supposed to? Because you're supposedly on here to find a partner. What is he supposed to look like? I don't get it.
I guess
my grandparents have been married. This year will be 66 years they've been married, and their entertainment is sitting under the oak tree, going get ice cream at McDonald's, and driving to the harbor and sitting on the beach. Like that's what they do. That's it.
Like, what are we doing?
I guess Debbie probably must think I'm boring by that because I'm at home all the time. So
look, as long as that bank account look good, that's entertaining to me. Because when it's time for us to go somewhere, we got the money to go, and then we go have fun. Like you cannot be entertained all day, every day, and not put in any work. But these little girls think that every day is supposed to be a highlight reel. Every day is supposed to be some celebrity status type of entertaining day. I don't know. And I don't get it. I'm like, men are not props. Like they're not supposed to be entertainment. I don't get it. That just blew my mind because every single one of the girls that has come on there, every single one of them pineappled a great guy because she said he was boring. And I was trying to figure out how.
This show. Where is it on?
You have to watch the Pineapple Show on YouTube. Melly Monaco, the Pineapple Show. The premise of the show is that she brings on women, mostly, which pisses me off, YouTube influencers. Some of them have good careers. She brings these women on and they do like a rapid fire dating, speed dating type thing. If they don't like the guy, they pineapple them. They say pineapple. And the guys come on, they gotta shoot their shot. And it's very intense.
I'll check it out.
Because these girls, if the girls are under 27, they're gonna piss you off. Because they're real stupid.
I'm gonna have to watch it because when you said Pineapple Show, I'm like thinking the other meaning of pineapples. Like, are they swingers? Like, what is it?
No, not that kind of pineapple. No, but it's pineapple because she says if you feel uncomfortable or if you don't like them, when they say pineapple, she kick them right off. Like she She kicked them right off the chat, so they're gone.
Okay.
But these young girls, woo, child. I'll be in there like, so you're 5'3", and your criteria is he has to be 6'1" and above. He got to be under 35, and he has to make 6 figures. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. But you're still in college. Got it. Okay. The delusion is real. And you're a content creator on Instagram? Okay. And you got 2 kids. All right. And the bad thing is, I hope she recorded it. I hope they did it already. Her and Kevin Samuels are supposed to collaborate because he needed to get their ass. He needed to get their ass.
He's coming on. He's on this week's episode of Atlanta.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin. Leaving his mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. But yeah. Y'all need to watch the Pineapple Show. I'm all giving all this free promo, but it's a really good show.
I'll go watch it.
Really good show. It's a really good show. And then Melly Monaco, who is the host of the show, she goes out on dates, like random dates with guys, but she takes her lie detector test with her. And she makes the guys.
That's funny.
Them dudes be out there lying like hell. Oh man, they be out of control. Yeah, it's a good show. So, what do y'all have going on for the week? Y'all got anything going on?
So, let me see what I got. Oh, I guess I can share. You know, which I share with you, but you know, I guess I can say that girl, stop playing. Don't. I hope you ain't even thinking the way I figured you was thinking. But anyway,
no.
Oh, okay. You saw my post today. That's over with. It's a wrap. I'm looking for the
you
doctor.
See, I fell out laughing.
Man, look, it's over with. But so which I shared with you. You know, I actually because now I done actually put in my 2 weeks and did all that good stuff. So I've actually accepted another job. So I'm getting geared up for that. So y'all make sure to support DTLR. So I will be the director of talent development and training for DTLR. So yes, the clothing store. So yes, y'all support. Make sure y'all buying from DTLR. So I'll be starting that on the 23rd. So I'm kind of relaxing now, trying to just get focused, get my mind right on starting that position. I got one speaking engagement and that I'll be doing online. And once again, it's pretty much the same thing, talking about work-life culture, and basically how to create a training environment post COVID, as we now start to migrate back into the office and the workplace. So doing that, final kinks of the book should be next couple weeks, man. The book should be finished and be able to order the book. So yeah, that's what I got going on.
All right. What you got going on, Drena?
I am trying to get my energy and energy back up. I hosted a Kentucky Derby soiree over the weekend, celebrating the Black Horsemen. I don't think a lot of people know the history of African Americans in the Kentucky Derby in the beginning. So it was a big event and it was really good. We got the idea there's a Harlem Derby that they have every year. And it started off as just like a 1-day thing, but it turned into a whole festival. But like 14 of the first 28 races that were ran in the Kentucky Derby were won by African Americans. And then they eventually, and some of the records are still being held by African Americans from the original, like first 28. And then like in 1902, we were banned from being in it at all. So trying to spread the history of that to people. And it was a lot of hard work. It was pretty hot, but it was a good event. So just gearing up, working on whatever is coming next.
That is awesome. Awesome. I love it. I want to go to the Kentucky Derby. I was supposed to go in 2020, but COVID hit. I had a whole stylist and everything to create my outfit and hat, and then freaking
Oh
COVID
yeah.
hit.
They definitely
I'm gonna
showed
go
out
though.
this event. Like we had some people that came through, they really were excited about it.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. What do I have coming up? So I was asked to do a new transformation challenge. Because I did the Biggest Loser challenge last month, and I was gonna do a new one, probably coming in June since there's no holidays in June. But the trainer god who I did a live event with a few weeks back with, he wants me to do an event that he wants to collaborate with me on. So I'm gonna put that out here soon. It's gonna be called the Tasty Body Transformation Challenge. I did not come up with the name. The Tasty Body Transformation Challenge, 30-day challenge. Yes, there will be an entry fee, but there will also be a first place prize fee. Like the last challenge, it was a $500 prize if you had the biggest transformation. So be on the lookout for that flyer to come out. It'll start on June 1st. I'll get the details out to you guys on that. What else do I have going on? The headache of all headaches is almost finally over. My artist, Money Train, and Anthony Hamilton's collaboration will be released on Friday on all platforms this time. All platforms, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, wherever you download your music, it'll be out there. We're going to be shooting the video really, really soon since Anthony is finally off a tour. Actually, his manager was calling me while I was on here. I have to call him back when I get off. So we'll have the song out for you to stream and download on Friday. It's been a very intense process dealing with record labels.
Can you tell us the name of it?
It's called Down.
Okay.
By Money Train featuring Anthony Hamilton. It'll be out Friday, the 13th. Funny, huh? So please go stream it, download it, listen to it. It's an amazing song. It's a great song. I don't know when the video will be out, but hopefully we can shoot it this week. That'll be nice. And get it out really soon. But yeah, it's a lot of work getting this stuff done with these big artists. It's a headache. Jesus. What else we got? If you guys are looking for a waist trainer or fitness apparel or whatever it is you need for your fitness needs, go on thecorequeen.com, my website, and shop, please. I just registered for my trademark, so Core Queen will be trademarked here soon. It's a very tedious process, but hopefully in the next 6 months, I will have my trademark and I can get some stuff out on bigger platforms outside of my website. Daniel, right? He said Friday the 13th is a lucky day. Hey, we'll take it. What else do I have? Oh, I wrote I don't know what you would call it, Adrian. You're an author. So I had to write a portion of a book to
what, the foreword or what?
No, it was so she's putting together a compilation of stories to highlight the experiences of single parents in the military and any stories that you can have that it could be positive or negative in the military to give people insight on being a single parent in the military. And I wrote my experience in one whatever portion of the book. So I submitted my piece for the book. Okay. It should be coming out, I believe, in the fall. Nice. Once all the editing and stuff is done. So that was not easy. I was like, whoa, that's a lot. Getting the thoughts out of my head on the paper. Huh?
I say you've been working hard.
That probably was one of the most challenging things I've had to do. Remembering from 24 years ago, the most negative experience of being a single parent in the military and putting it on paper and making it make sense to give to somebody so that they can make it make sense to somebody else to edit it. That was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited about when that comes out. So shout out to that when it comes out. I'll let you guys know. Other than that, I think that's all I have coming up. Maybe if it's not, y'all see it on my page. But
I know I need to do a better job of putting my stuff on my page. How about that?
Yes, you do. 4 to 5 posts a day, Adrian. We talked about this.
Yeah, we
At least
did.
one video
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah, I know, right? I do better.
Build your email list. So if all those platforms go down, you can email your list. Mm-hmm. So to the battle buddies in the comments, we appreciate y'all for coming each and every week. Please share this live. Tell folks to subscribe to our YouTube channel because I believe Facebook is going away from allowing us to do our podcast on Facebook. I think we got a message last week saying they're going to go away from that. So we're pushing really hard for people to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you guys can still tune in each and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you have any topics that you guys want us to talk about, if you want to come on and talk about them, if you want to be a guest co-host, there's a number scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Hit that number up, or you can DM us on Instagram, inbox us on Facebook. Let us know what you want to talk about. If you want to come on, let us know. And we would love to talk to you guys. We will look forward to talking to you next week. And hopefully we have our Wheezy back next week. We miss you, Wayne. Y'all tune in next Tuesday and every Tuesday. We'll holler at y'all next week. Bye.